Made a late payment? This is how to remove late payments from your credit report. One late payment can crush your score and cost you real money. Here's the exact Goodwill letter template I would use to ask for a courtesy removal, and when you should dispute the late payment instead. A lot of people make the same mistake. They see a late payment, panic, and send the wrong letter to the wrong company. Then they get ignored and assume nothing can be done. But there are really only two lanes. If the late payment is wrong, you dispute it. If it's accurate, you ask for a Goodwill adjustment and make your case. This is why this channel exists. I break down how credit decisions actually work so you stop guessing. Quick reminder, this is educational only, not legal or financial advice. Talk to a licensed professional for personalized help. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the exact difference between a dispute and a Goodwill letter, the template to use, and the mistakes that kill your chances. Here's the truth nobody likes to hear. If a late payment is accurate, you generally can't force it off your credit report just because it hurts. But if it's inaccurate, incomplete, or being reported the wrong way, you have the right to dispute it. And if it's accurate but isolated, and you have a strong history before and after, a Goodwill request can sometimes work as a courtesy. Now ask these three questions. Question 1. Was the payment actually late by 30 days or more when it was reported? Question 2. Was there a billing error, auto-pay failure, service or transfer issue, disaster hardship, or some other documentation that shows the reporting is wrong? Question 3. Is this a one-time mistake in an otherwise clean history? If it's wrong, go dispute lane. If it's right, go Goodwill lane. If you're not sure, pull all three reports and compare the account history line by line. And this one detail matters more than your story. If the late payment is inaccurate and you send a Goodwill letter, you waste time. If it's accurate and you send an aggressive dispute with no evidence, you usually go nowhere. So here's what to do. Go to the official free credit report site and pull your reports. Check all three bureaus because the same account may not report the same way everywhere. Then, gather your proof. Useful proof includes bank statements, payment confirmations, account screenshots, billing statements, hardship approvals, deferment letters, servicing transfer notices, and any messages showing a payment was made on time or misapplied. Also note the exact furnisher. That's the company reporting the account. Your dispute or Goodwill request should go to the furnisher, and when appropriate, to the credit bureau that shows the error. If the late payment is inaccurate, dispute lane. Dispute it with the credit bureau and the company that furnished the information. Be specific. Don't write a rant. State exactly what is wrong, what the correct information should be, and attach proof. Simple dispute script. I am disputing the late payment reported for account ending in 1234 for March 2025. My records show the payment was made on March 14, 2025, before the account became 30 days past due. Please investigate and correct or remove this inaccurate late payment. I have attached supporting records. Keep copies of everything. Send it in writing if you want a paper trail. If the late payment is accurate. Goodwill lane. Here you are not arguing facts. You're asking for grace. This works best when the late payment was isolated. You have otherwise strong history. The account is now current, and you can explain what happened without sounding entitled. Here's the template. Goodwill letter template. Hello. I am writing to ask for a Goodwill adjustment on a late payment reported on account ending in 1234 for March 2025. I understand the payment was late and I take responsibility for it. At the time, I was dealing with brief hardship. Describe it in one sentence only. Since then, I have brought the account current and have made on-time payments consistently. I value my relationship with your company, and I am asking if you would consider removing this one late payment as a courtesy. Thank you for your time and consideration. That's it. Short, respectful, specific. No drama, no fake legal language. And do not say this. You ruined my life. That line lowers your odds. You want credibility, not theater. Now, here are the mistakes that kill your chances. Mistake 1. Sending a Goodwill letter to the credit bureau instead of the creditor or servicer that reported the late payment. Mistake 2. Disputing accurate information with no evidence and hoping it disappears. Mistake 3, writing a 5-page emotional story instead of a 1-paragraph factual request. Mistake 4, missing the bigger issue. If you still have high balances, multiple lates, or new missed payments, fixing one late payment may not move your score much. Next steps. If the late payment is inaccurate, follow up the dispute and keep your records organized. If the creditor verifies inaccurate information, escalate carefully and keep the evidence tight. If the late payment is accurate and they deny Goodwill, move to damage control. Keep every account current, reduce revolving balances, avoid new derogatories, and let time do some of the repair. The impact of a late payment usually fades before the reporting period ends, even though the mark can remain for years. And if you're about to apply for a mortgage, don't waste 2 weeks on a weak Goodwill letter if the real score problem is utilization. Late payments matter, but utilization is often the faster lever in the short term. Here's the whole play. If the late payment is wrong, dispute it with facts and proof. If it's right, ask for a Goodwill adjustment with a short, respectful letter. If they say no, stop spiraling and focus on the next scoring lever that can actually move. Comment one word, dispute or Goodwill. And if you're trying to buy a house soon, watch my utilization video next, because that is usually the fastest score lever you can control.